Hey guys, Nick Bland here. Welcome back to the channel. So in today's video, I want to talk with you about the biggest problem that I've seen as someone who coaches freelancers, the biggest problem that I've seen for new people getting started, okay? If you're not familiar with me, if you haven't watched the channel, my name is Nick Blanton, and I share videos and tips and anything I can in order to help you become a successful freelance marketer, okay? And freelancing as a marketer is key, and I show you how to do that here. So here's the biggest problem that I've seen, and it's basically that someone gets interested in something. Maybe they're like, oh, I love e-commerce. I want to be able to help business owners who already have like a Shopify store and they're selling physical products. I want to go and help these guys to sell their products. And the reason they usually choose freelancing over like starting their own business is because they realize starting their own business is so complex and it takes so much more than what they know, and it's not a good way to learn, right? So freelance marketing is a way to learn, and you can do very well with it, or you can, once you get good at it, you can start your own business and do whatever, right? So this could be like a training ground for you, or this could be you're in. This is what you want to do, right? So either way, when someone gets started, they often, even though they're only focused on marketing and they're not looking at other parts of the business, they're not worried about any of that, they can still get overwhelmed, right? And that's the reason most businesses fail, is the exact same reason. There's so many different things to do in a business that they get overwhelmed and they're like, man, I just can't do it. I don't have it in me, and all that. But it's not true. It's just that you have to take it step by step, okay? And with freelance marketing, it's very true, okay? So that's why it's important to pick something very small. So part of my coaching program, I have things called blueprints. And blueprints are something for more, experts, people who already know something and they're just building their skills, right? So it will take you, whether you do courses and coaching, it's going to take you through everything, at least all the outline of everything that needs to be done inside of a coursing and coaching business, from doing the email marketing to doing the funnels to writing the copy to, all the automations, the Facebook ads, Google ads, whatever part, it does it all, right? Now, the same thing with e-commerce. Like if you want to work for an e-commerce store, I have an e-com blueprint. It takes you through everything that you need to do it for marketing in an e-commerce store. So, if somebody new comes in and they don't really know anything and they start going to the blueprints, I found that it's too much for them. They get overwhelmed and they're like, nah, I just don't know what to do. And I have to coach them. I'm like, okay, start on this little part and all these stuff. So as I've continued to do that and seen this happen more and more, what I've done is I've made smaller chunks of, courses. So one is the Ecom for Freelancers Bootcamp. So it's just a small section just for students. And what they do is they go in through one project. They go build their own store. They make all the products. They make the categories. They learn how to connect an ad account. They learn how to run ads to it. And, it's all just following exactly what I do. And they're doing it for their own store. But it's so simple and it's project based. So it makes it much easier. It's not doing every single thing. It's just like very basics, and without all the details and all the frills and all this kind of stuff, right? So I found that is a much easier thing for someone to do, and there's an end result. They get a store at the end of it. It's just a test. It doesn't cost them anything to do it because you got all trials and things like that. But doing a project-based test where they're able to go set this stuff up and they're not having to come up with the content, they're grabbing it from somewhere else and things that I provided them, and they go put it in the places and all that. That is actually much more valuable than learning all the details and going through the technical things of like how I run like a multi-million dollar e-commerce business. You don't really need to know all that when you're just starting out, because the companies that are going to hire you are going to be much smaller companies that don't make a lot of money, and they're trying to get somebody just that can help them out with some of the stuff because they don't know how to do it and they don't really have a budget to pay, a top freelancer to do it. Okay, so this is kind of the route that I've seen makes so much more sense. So doing that can help a lot. Another thing that can help, to make it simple, is just to do like graphics and videos at the start. So some people, they already know about photography, or they're decent with graphics and things like that. And the software that I use for graphics and for video editing is super simple. Like it's kind of ridiculously simple. And for me, I do not consider myself to be like a graphics person or even creative, and a lot of things like that. Like that's not what I consider myself to be. I can learn it, and it's hard, but that's not what my strong suit is. So I've learned to do that stuff over the past like year or two, just as a side thing, as I'm doing other work. I kind of like picked up some skills there, and even in just like an hour or two, like you can learn how to do the graphics, how to turn videos, and either recorded videos from a person like this one, or pictures of products, and make kind of like B-roll footage and things like that, and make it look really, really cool and work really well for ads. And you don't even have to like really know how to edit, know all this kind of stuff, just very basic stuff, and you'll be able to make very good videos for ads and graphics for ads, right? So if you start out and you do that, and this is something I recommend to a lot of my students, is don't just say I'm a graphics person. Like if you just do graphics, like there's a million people who do that, right? But if you do them specifically for advertising, right? Maybe you don't even run the ads, you just do graphics and videos for ads. There are many companies that run ads that are looking for somebody like you who can just do that. Because a lot of the guys that run ads, they're like, well, I don't do the graphics, I don't do the videos, you got to give those to me. And so the company's like, well, you're my ad guy, I don't know what to do. So that's a gap that you can come in and fill, and it doesn't take a whole lot of skills, but it gets you in, and you're able to start producing, and you're building your confidence on the graphics and on the videos. And then as you continue to do that, then you can keep messing with learning the ads and learning that part of it. And as you build some skills there, and you feel like, you know what, I'm ready to try this, then you can actually start applying for jobs where you actually also freelance jobs, by the way, where you actually do the videos, do the graphics, and actually run the ads and try to get them conversions and all those kinds of things, right? So this is how I learned everything that I learned about marketing, was by starting with one thing. And the thing that I started with was email marketing and automations. So I started in that, and then I just from there, after I got really good at that over about a year. And then I started to work with funnels, and so I started building funnels using ClickFunnels for another year or two, and I got good with that. So now I have two skills that were really good. And then I started doing ads, because you got these funnels, and you got emails, but you need to get people to them. So I learned ads, and I started doing those. And then later on I learned graphics, and I've built my skills up over these past 7 years of freelancing, and it's just bit by bit I continue to build, continue to get better, right? So if you try to learn all those things from the start, you're gonna fail. Like I didn't even want to think about trying to do graphics at the beginning, because that's not my strong suit, and I knew like I wasn't even interested in doing that. So I focused on what I did like, which was the more technical side, like just email marketing and automations. And as I got better at that, then I moved on to other things. And before I knew it, I was doing ads and graphics and all that kind of stuff. So there are many ways to do this, but the key is to stay in marketing, or stay very close to marketing, so that those skills will transfer to marketing. Like if you're doing graphics, that's not directly marketing. So like you can make a really good graphic, but you're not going to make a graphic that's going to make them 100 times more. Maybe with a video you can do that, where your videos just produce so well for them that they're willing to pay you more. But a lot of times they don't know if your video is going to produce well for them until after they've already done that. Until after they've already paid for it, they put it up and test it. Now they see, wow, this really works. Okay, so if you're running the ads, you're making the videos, you're doing that stuff, you're in marketing, you're making them a lot of money, and they want to keep you around, and your clients will be willing to pay you a lot of money to do that. So I know that's a lot if you don't know a lot of these terms and things like that. I hope I didn't confuse you too much, but freelance marketing is really important. If you're new to all this and some of the stuff I said didn't even make sense, please download my ebook about freelancing. It's all about freelance marketing, but it's how you can make 100K in under a year. And this is the exact route that I took, the things that I learned along my path to making really good money as a freelance marketer. So you can download that. Also, I continue to put out new content here every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday because I want you to have success as a freelance marketer. And it gives me so much pleasure just to be able to help people on their journey to get free so that they can live their life like they want to be able to spend time with their family and to be able to give and do all the things that they want to do. So go ahead and like and subscribe to the channel if you like that, if you want to have a life like that. And I'll do everything I can to help you on your journey. Thanks, and I'll see you in the next video.